chase that Tanuki down this way? Good times.
Mm.
Huh? What's that?
Aw. They are so freaking cute. A piglet or tanuki? Piglet.
Paimon doesn't think they look anything like that. Oh, maybe there's a new kind of yokai in town. Is it trying to get us to follow it?
It is so adorable. Follow the little yokai. Aww. So sweet. So floaty. I think Mitsuki's companions are really sweet and adorable, especially in her... was that her demo? When it started to cry, like sobbing, was so... it was so sad.
What's that girl doing over there? She doesn't look well. Let's go check on her.
There she is. She's so beautiful.
Oh, what just happened? All we did was lock eyes with her for a split second, then... Wait, where did all these people come from? And what are they here for?
Looks like they're waiting in line for some reason.
True.
Some impatience.
Oh, and there's that girl. She's still here. Maybe she knows what happened.
Or her theme.
If I leave now, will I have enough time?
How many times do I have to explain?
Editor from your publishing house.
There's no going back if I report him. But still.
Eating the nightmares.
Anxiety over a lack of creative inspiration. Well, inspiration tends to give anxious minds a wide berth. So I hope our treatment will help you relax.
Thank you.
Remorse for the misdeeds of the past, and despair over the sorry state of the present. I can help you face your troubles with a more positive mindset. But you'll need to work through things in your own time too.
Many thanks.
Probably like we're observing her during the therapy sessions.
Next, please.
It's actually so sad, since it is determined to her own health, just like with Baiju, when he is like giving a part of his life force. It's really sad.
What's wrong with her?
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Next, please.
Oh, a good dream.
Delicious!
Whoa, that was unexpected.
Huh? What do we have here? Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Sorry for what? We have no idea what's going on here, let alone what you're sorry for. Would you mind bringing us up to speed?
Oh, it looks like you've entered my dream by mistake. Let me wake you up, then I'll explain everything.
Dream? When did that... Whoa!
She's so pretty.
Hi. Feeling more awake now? I never expected the Traveler to literally come to me in a dream.
Kind of interesting. Really interesting ability. I think Mitsuki and Nahida would get along well.
Oh, someone I know talks about you all the time. Plus, I'm pretty good at profiling people based on their reputation.
I reckon it is Yai.
So, who are you?
Right, of course. It's our first time meeting each other, so I should introduce myself properly. My name is Yume Mizuki, or just Mizuki for short. I'm a Yumekui Baku, which is a kind of yokai here in Inazuma.
Baku.
Yume Baku?
Bakus are like dream-eating creatures in the Japanese mythology. Oh, a little Baku. Where's the bluish
It's that
one?
little critter from before.
This is so adorable.
That's what we look like in our original form. I'm guessing that's the one that led you into my dream earlier? Baku feast on the bad dreams of human beings, but we need to be in a dream of our own to digest them. The place where you met me earlier was where I go to digest bad dreams.
Which is actually pretty crazy because this is basically like her own dream is where all the bad dreams she had observed manifest. It's kind of crazy to think about it.
I must have swallowed one too many bad dreams, because they were causing me some digestive trouble. It's actually a good thing you showed up when you did.
Probably doesn't know when to get a hold of yourself, Mitsuki.
Call it a happy accident, I guess. Thanks to your help, I'm now able to digest all these dreams properly.
Yeah, we thought you looked a little uncomfortable. That's why we came over. We didn't know what it was. We just thought maybe you could use some help.
I swear, this little Baku is so sweet.
And Paimon really hates bad dreams, so Paimon's even more happy to help knowing that you can eat them.
Thank you. But I still owe you an apology.
For what?
While you were inside my dream, I ate one of your dreams. But it wasn't a bad one. It was a nice one. I've eaten so many bad dreams today that I just scarfed it down without noticing.
So Yume Baku can eat good dreams too, huh? Still, is that really such a big deal?
Of course it is. Dreams are some of the most precious things a person can have, and I just went and gobbled it down. It's the unwritten rule of my kind. Never eat someone else's good dreams without permission. I can't believe I was so careless.
Don't beat yourself up. I feel fine.
But don't you feel horribly depressed? Isn't your mind suddenly flooded with distressing memories?
Nope. All good.
Huh. Remarkable. I've never heard of someone remaining so mentally stable after having a good dream of theirs devoured.
After all, right in front of you there is the renowned traveler standing. Nothing bothers us.
It's probably because the traveler has too many good dreams to count.
Maybe. But I still owe you something for your trouble. Ah, here, take this.
It's a VIP pass for the Aisa bathhouse.
Yippee. Can't wait for the hot spring and just ease your mind. Aww, that's so cute. Wait, have we seen these ones before? Or could it be that these skirts are the human form? Most likely. I'm not quite sure.
Staffed by clinical psychologists and offering spa and fine dining services, we invite you to bring us your troubles and leave refreshed and renewed.
That's where I work. You'll find the address on there too. This invitation letter entitles you to enjoy our highest tier service, free of charge. Oh, and speaking of work, I'd better get back before I'm missed.
Enjoying for free.
I hope to see you
Something.
as customers soon.
Something we definitely shouldn't miss out. Bye bye. Good luck at work.
So she's a Yume Baku that eats bad dreams and a clinical psychologist too?
It adds up.
Paimon's never considered therapy before. Then again, Paimon never really gets that stressed out. Oh, except when she's trying to decide what to eat.
Of course. Typical shenanigans.
Speaking of eating, that bathhouse place does fine dining, and we have a VIP pass. That means we can eat as much as we want, right? This is the opportunity of a lifetime. We can't let it go to waste.
Dream Eater's Melancholia. Okay. The invitation letter is so beautiful. A beautifully crafted invitation letter that emits a faint yet beguiling scent. It's claimed that such letters are sent to only the most valued of customers. We only know Mitsuki for a few minutes. But she makes E-Man that way. She made E-Man's that way. Felt guilty for eating one of our good dreams. The letter contains the establishment's location, introduces its 3 primary services: foods, an entertainment thing, therapy, and spring. Hot spring. Let's head to the Asia bathhouse. Asia, is that pronounced that way? Asia? I want to call it Asia. Asia. It's finally open.
Aisa bathhouse. Well, based on the letter, this should be the place.
Or rather, accessible now.
It looks familiar. We've walked past here several times before, right? Just never got inside.
Yeah. We don't know what it looks like indoor.
Are you here to visit the Aisa bathhouse?
I think I talked to that guy before because he told us about the origin of the Aisa bathhouse and that they got inspired by the hot springs in Natlan. Basically, the people of the springs.
Whoa! Oh, where did you come from?
Oh, sorry. Forgive me, I didn't mean to intrude. We've been struggling to attract customers recently, so I got a little overexcited when I heard you discussing my bathhouse.
Oh.
Your bathhouse? So you run the place, huh? And business isn't going so great, you say?
Oops. Please forget I said that. It just slipped out. Now, do you have an appointment?
We have a VIP pass. Can we use it now?
What? I've told them before, a promotional gimmick isn't gonna magically fix our business. Who issued this thing? Wait, is that Miss Yume Mizuki's signature?
Oh. Mizuki won't get scolded for this.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea you were invited here by Miss Yume Mizuki. Please, feel free to redeem your VIP pass now if you'd like. Just give your names at reception.
Sounds like she has a lot of clout. But aren't you supposed to be the boss?
She's the shareholder after all.
I am, yes, but Miss Yume Mizuki's a major shareholder. The business never would have gotten off the ground without her investment.
What?
Oh, it's no cause for alarm, though. She's a very responsible person. In addition to being a shareholder, she's also personally involved in our day-to-day business. She only returned to Inazuman recently. Otherwise, I'm sure you'd have heard of her by now. She's a highly renowned clinical psychologist. Please, head on in.
I'm actually excited.
Aren't you gonna head inside? Believe me, Miss Yume Mizuki will not disappoint.
I kind of feel bad for Mitsuki. Kind of feel bad for her, knowing that she has a pile of work to deal with. Probably on a regular basis. So pretty.
An indoor hot spring? Oh, Paimon's gotta give that a try.
Oh, look.
I'll be right with you.
Oh, I see. Clumsy Baku, it seems.
Oh, you okay?
Sorry, I'm
Oh.
so clumsy sometimes. But don't worry about me. Putting customers in a bad mood is the last thing I want.
Her hair is also twisting around. Like she's spinning. Okay. Seems like another bug. I think Shipalong's cloak, like spinning around, wasn't sufficient at this point.
I promise I'll provide an excellent service. Please don't leave.
I have more self-confidence.
How many times do I have to tell you? You breaking a few plates isn't the reason we've been losing business. Stop apologizing for yourself all the time. All it does is make you look like an easy target.
Okay, everybody's twisting and turning.
It's all good. We're not out to target anyone. You didn't hurt yourself, did you?
Nope, don't worry. As long as it didn't ruin your experience, that's all that matters. Now, well, looks like you'll be my first customers today, so, according to our standards of service, I need to,
Come on, cool down.
Why is she so panicky?
Scared to lose customers.
Actually, we're...
Shion, let me see to these two. They're my guests.
Shion.
Ah, there she is! Baku Lady is back.
So Mizuki invited you here? As VIPs? Does this mean you're gonna save the bathhouse?
She means you must be very wealthy. Not everyone can afford our VIP service after all. But a couple of customers with cash to splash doesn't solve anything in the long run. You should focus on what to do about our new competitor.
But a couple of customers with cash to splash doesn't solve anything in the long run. You should focus on what to do about our new competitor. Wait, new competitor? Yeah, Miko isn't a new competitor.
Aw, Murasaki. Was that you showing some concern for our business? I'm touched.
Ugh, did not.
Since you're so eager to find solutions, you can work on our most pressing task, bringing our accounts up to date. With your smarts, I'm sure you'll fly through it.
Subtext being, you can't give it to Shion because she's a moron and she'd screw it up?
Oh.
Shion, I'll take things from here. What I'd like you to do is head to the kitchen and prepare some of your very best snacks for our VIPs.
Man, that was kind of rude. I don't know what the relationship is like between them, but that was kind of rude. I feel so bad for Shion. But yeah, very moody.
Will do! That's my specialty!
We believe in you,
Sorry to
Shion.
keep you waiting. I have to keep our staff calm to ensure you have the best experience.
Okay.
The panicky little girl is Hyakujitsu Haku Shion, and the lazy lady is Shiba Murasaki. They're both Baku, just like me.
Wait, so the older-looking one is actually younger, and the younger-looking one is older?
That's right. How we choose to appear is just a matter of personal preference. It's more reflective of our personality than our age.
I never would have guessed. Come on, Paimon, we've seen weirder stuff than this. Yeah.
Anyway, enough about them. Back to you two. Per the terms of the VIP pass, you're entitled to free use of all our services. So the spa, the fine dining, and psychological consultancy. I would recommend starting with the psychological consultancy. Between me and you, one of the steps involves getting your bad dreams eaten. Since I ate one of the traveler's good dreams by accident, this seemed like the best way to make amends.
Ooh, we get to have our bad dreams eaten by a Yume Baku? That sounds fun!
But is this a wise decision given the current state of the business?
Oh, that's a good point. You've been having some difficulties recently, right? It wouldn't feel right to get all this free service while you're struggling. Is there anything we can do to help out?
I take it you overheard Mr. Aikawa complaining about our current situation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to
Quite
cause you
overwhelmed.
concern. Mr. Aikawa is a smart businessman, but he tends to worry too much about short-term profits and lose sight of the big picture. Our financial situation is nowhere near as dire as you're imagining. And in any case, passing our business woes on to our customers is hardly the solution.
It only causes the opposite. Time to promote the Aisa bathhouse on behalf of our name as the traveler.
Please enjoy the services we have to offer. Once you've experienced our hospitality for yourselves, I'm quite sure your confidence in our future prospects will be restored.
Can't argue with that. Let's get started.
Yes.
Of course. The only thing is, psychological consultancy is a one-on-one service that takes quite a long time. But I can't just make one of you wait around while the other one is in therapy.
I wonder if we actually do have bad dreams.
So, perhaps I can treat the traveler while Shion treats Paimon? Would that work?
Fine by Paimon. But, is she up for it?
Oh no.
She'll be fine. I noticed how gentle and encouraging you were towards her earlier. You're the perfect client for her.
Oh,
Hell, baby.
Secondly, Shion's therapeutic approach is a little different from mine. It often involves food, so she might be a better fit for you.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
food therapy? Oh, that sounds perfect.
All right then, please follow me.
Was all that just so you could be paired with me?
Don't get me wrong, Paimon is genuinely better suited to Shion. But in all honesty, yes, I had my own reasons for wanting to treat you myself.
Still feeling bad.
Your psychology is so unique. I just had to investigate further to satisfy my own curiosity.
Oh, okay, so our psychology did indeed pique her interest.
Please, come with me.
We pretty much have a really positive mindset overall. Hey, can we sit? I thought we could be like sit. Follow Mitsuki's instructions. Oh, this is so beautiful. It really has like a therapeutic effect. Okay, let's see. Really love the setting. It's really beautiful. Oh, look. Some fragrance. It was from Sumeru, right?
There's a theory which suggests that we bury our most powerful emotions deep within our dreams. That's the territory I would like to explore. Before I start, I'm going to ask you a few questions. I want you to nod your head for yes and shake your head for no. All right?
All right. Oh wait, this is so
Very good.
cool.
Now, I'm going to plant a few thoughts in your subconscious, but it's nothing to get nervous about. Just a way to improve your sleep quality, so the treatment will be more effective. This is an incense from Sumeru that soothes the mind.
Incense.
The fragrance is said to be the scent of dreams. Now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and concentrate on the scent. The next step requires some visual preparation, so don't open your eyes until I say so.
Should we do so as well?
Oh, where did it go? I need to have a stern talk with Murasaki.
Oh,
How hard is it to just put things back where they came from?
I want to do that, but I feel bad.
This needs another dab here.
No, we won't do it. We
That's
stick to the
better.
rules. Oh, we have to take a sneak peek?
Hey, don't run off now, darlings. Come here.
Ah!
For goodness sake, your butt's showing. All right. Shh. Ready. You can open your eyes now. You kept your eyes closed the entire time. If only every patient was as compliant as you, it'd make our lives much easier. Here, you deserve a treat. Take a good look at this painting. There are some very special little darlings hidden within it, and I'd like you to find them. Do you see her? Isn't she just adorable? Now you just need to find the others.
Oh. A real life experience.
She's a Baku as well. Whenever someone starts dozing off, she's there waiting for their dream to begin. Your journey into Dreamland began as you were looking for them. Feeling sleepy?
Mm-hmm.
Now I want you to take my hand.
How are we connecting now? Oh, you should hold. This is really cool.
Very good. Now close your eyes again for me. I want you to completely relax and focus your attention on the feeling of my palm touching yours. Notice how all other sensations in your body are slowly fading away.
Just okay.
Now,
There's any dialogue.
imagine you're not holding my hand, but your favorite things in all of the world. You run your hand through the sakura blossoms, gently falling through the air. Then through a squirrel's fur. Then you grab a fistful of sand on the beach. You are once again in the wilderness, running with the wind at your back. But slowly, your palm loses sensation. You lose your way and find yourself surrounded by darkness. You can't see anything, but you hear someone calling you. And now, a light is shining from the same direction as their voice.
Can't help it but think of our sibling. Time to wake up. Ah. What is this place?
Traveler, come over here. Longing caused by separation. It tastes so bitter. Please don't stop moving. Despair caused by failure. Icy cold on the lips. Please, keep going. Regret caused by missed opportunity. A sharp aftertaste. Please don't look back.
Poor traveler. Definitely a moonlit
Go to where the
encounter.
sakura petals fall. Go to where the squirrels play. Go to where you can hear the sound of the waves. That is where I am.
She's so beautiful.
Holding my hand tight, those lost sensations come back to you. The feeling of running your hand through falling sakura blossoms, or through a squirrel's fur, or of grabbing a fistful of sand on the beach. And as you return from the wilderness, you gradually recover your other senses as well.
Welcome back. Oh,
We've reached the end of today's session. Don't get up yet, though. You were just in a very deep sleep, so you're probably still feeling a little groggy. I've switched to a different incense that'll help get rid of your drowsiness.
It is so sad because I think we kind of used to the optimistic like attitude of Traveler, and after all, it's always like no matter how many nations we have saved and how many nations we aided through their crises, that what bothers our like Traveler the most is the fact that they can't reunite with their sibling. They're still separated, and it's indeed really bitter. It leaves a bitter taste on the tongue.
How you getting along, Traveler?
Hello?
How are you feeling after your session, Paimon?
Kinda fresher and more relaxed.
I was
Cozy somehow.
Yeah, it was really relaxing. Like even if you just close your eyes, like your eyelids grow heavy and you're just listening to whatever, well, is sad. It's kind of crazy how it not tricks our minds, but how it plays with our brains.
Good. That's exactly how you should feel after having a nightmare eaten. It sounds like the session was quite effective.
Yeah. I can imagine Paimon, like one of her nightmares is her being emergency food.
Oh, for sure. Paimon especially liked how she used the sense of taste to help guide the process. But Paimon was asleep for most of it, so she's not really sure how it all works. Do the Yume Kuibaku just like sneak into your brain and gulp down your bad dreams in one go?
It's quite a bit more complicated than that. It deals with people's most visceral emotions, which have to be handled with the utmost care and attention.
That sounds super mysterious.
Yeah.
Sorry, that probably made no sense at all. Anyway, don't worry about the details. For your purposes, Paimon, just think of it as Shion gulped your dreams away. How are you feeling, Traveler?
Just like Paimon described.
Really? I still think there's more work to be done.
Oh. We gonna appoint another therapy session.
What do you mean?
You have quite a reputation for resilience and positivity, so I expected to find very few negative emotions in you at all.
Yeah, but still.
But when I was deep in your subconscious earlier, the sheer weight of the emotions hidden there was overwhelming.
I'm sure it's fine. I do have quite a lot of baggage from my past.
Yes, you certainly do.
Oh, it makes me sad.
But that's not what concerns me the most. Despite all your negative emotions, I couldn't find a single bad dream. So I just gave your mood a boost for now.
Huh. Well, maybe she's just an eternal optimist at heart.
Optimist or not, everyone has bad dreams. Maybe they're just hidden even deeper in your mind. You're a unique case, as I suspected.
But she said she feels cozy, just like Paimon. So whatever you did, the treatment worked.
I think our Traveler is a special patient at this point.
True, but as a clinician, I would have hoped to reach a better understanding of my patient.
Sounds like you want to keep researching me.
Fine by me, as long as you can put up with a daily nap while holding my hand.
No problem.
Anyway, all jokes aside, it's time for you to try out the hot springs. Your mind has had the chance to de-stress. Now it's time to do the same for your body.
You know what? I think it is time to make an appointment for a spa session in real life.
Oh, that sounds good. Paimon's feeling relaxed already. You know, this place provides a really great service. It's such a shame that you can't find more customers.
Don't start worrying about our bottom line again, or my work so far will count for nothing. Look, as long as we keep providing a great customer experience, we're sure to attract more business eventually.
If you say so.
I think the Traveler's recovered from the therapy session now. Let's head to the hot springs.
That was really interesting. This whole, like, therapy session was really well executed. Oh, speaking of the devil.
Most impressive, I must say.
Oh.
Miko, what brings you here?
There you are. I heard a rumor that you were about to be kidnapped. Naturally, I had to come and see it for myself.
Was that kind of a spit sound? I don't know.
She's joking, right? Ugh, Paimon can never quite tell with her.
Quite mischievous.
Miko, it's been a while.
There are business rivals, but still, I think there's more behind the stage.
She never mentioned? Interesting. We've known each other since before I became the Guji. I've told her all about you. But it sounds like she's forgotten all about me.
You'll have to forgive me. I just didn't want to scare the traveler off. And hi, I'm Miko's friend seemed like a surefire way to do that.
Okay, that was Paimon all along. I won't go that far.
Oh, I've missed your way with words.
So, Lady Guji, to what do we owe the honor?
Why, I simply came to see the business that my dear friend has invested in. Oh, and also to urge you to sell your shares before their value plummets to nothing.
Also to urge you to sell your shares before their value plummets to nothing.
You could always invest in the publishing house, you know. Business is always booming. You only need to ask.
Sounds serious. But what's wrong? Are the shares really gonna plummet to nothing?
Well, hasn't she told you? Of course. She's your therapist. She has the perfect excuse to never open up. The Aisa bathhouse used to be very popular, although not because of the hot springs, despite the name. Their main selling point has always been the psychotherapy services offered by the Baku. But recently, a competitor cropped up. His name is Emura Ichigensai. He operates right here on Narukami Island, and his methods are said to be quite revolutionary.
Okay, so seems like there is a business competition right now.
Since he provides a similar service to the bathhouse and boasts even better results, he was able to poach their entire clientele in just a matter of days.
Oh.
Oh, it's such a pity to see how empty this place is now.
It's as if she's like tailing Mitsuki to get to the bottom of this matter. Because that's kind of strange, isn't it? Like, to attract so many customers within a few days. Not trying to say that it is fishy. Maybe their services are great, but we never know.
Miko, my job is to relieve my clients of their burdens, not to share mine with them.
Oh, of course you'd say that. You're a professional. But no amount of professionalism is going to fix this situation, is it? I heard people have been lining up since the early morning for Emura Ichigensai's clinic today. He's seeing patients just west of Inazuma City. And, how many patients have you seen today?
Surely you know I'm not going to quit.
True. Very true.
So, that's it? You're just gonna leave?
And you two friends.
Oh, I'd love to help, little one. But I don't want to upset my old friend.
Miko's acting all mysterious again.
I understand why she doesn't want to help. The two of us are technically competitors, after all.
Wow. Or there's a third one barging in.
Light novels are one way for people to pursue happiness in their free time. So are hot springs, and so is therapy.
Which is quite interesting, given how invested Citlali is in her light novels. I'm really happy for Citlali. That's a way to ease her mind after all the stress and all the stuff she has to, well, deal with. Like, you know, the clairvoyant stuff, predicting the future and whatnot. Must be really stressful. Really stressful. And must be full of anxieties as well.
Miko and I disagreed quite significantly over the question of how to make people happy.
I can imagine that.
Paimon is so confused by your friendship.
It's definitely a quick relationship. It's certainly a complicated relationship.
Paimon's curious, though. After today, it's hard to believe that anyone could offer a better therapy service than the Yume Kuibaku. Which begs the question, who is this Emura Ichigensai guy anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Something of a mystery. I tried to look into his background when he first started poaching my customers, but I couldn't find anything.
That's really strange. No records again.
I suspect he's avoiding me on purpose, since I'm a competitor.
Mm-hmm.
In all this time, I haven't even figured out basic things like where he sees his patients.
Well, we at least know where he is today, though, right? Miko happened to mention it in passing.
That's true. But I'm sure he'll find a way to avoid me again if I go looking for him.
But isn't that strange?
Then why don't we go instead? We can pose as potential customers to get information out of him.
Smart.
As I keep reminding you, this is my problem, not yours.
Unless the Aisa bathhouse ends up having them close, in which case it becomes our problem too.
Exactly. You provide an amazing service here, and we want all our friends to experience it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, now it just seems rude if I reject your help. In return, all I can offer is an even better service on your next visit.
Yeah, just pay us with the therapeutic sessions.
Just leave this to us.
Okay, this is interesting. I like such missions. We set off and we gonna join or face this guy incognito. We just mere customers ourselves. But the setting, like the ambition here, is really beautiful. It's really calm. These two Bakus are really sweet as well. Like we have a clumsy one, we have a rather sassy one. I think they're also like bothered by the issue. Meanwhile, Mitsuki is kind of like downplaying the problem. Okay. You and Paimon follow the address and Mitsuki's invitation. Find your way to... Alright. Let's leave. I wonder if he has something else to say. Oh, okay. Goodbye. Wait. I did say anything about major shareholder? Inspired to return to Inazuman, open an hot spring hotel, didn't possess the funds myself, I began to look around for investors. In the end, a clinical psychologist who had been living among the people of the springs, none other than the venerable Mitsuki. It's such a tongue twister. Yume Mitsuki herself caught wind of my endeavors. She was very supportive of the idea of opening a hot spring hotel in Inazuma, so she invested our large sum. While my neighbors in Inazuma City may have taken to calling me boss, the real boss of the Aisa's bathhouse is undoubtedly Miss Yume Mitsuki. At most, I'm just a manager in charge of commercial operations. As for the key decisions on business and development, those are all taken by Miss Yume Mitsuki. Once she returned to Inazuma, she made some changes and improvements to the hot springs operations. The results have been nothing short of miraculous. If you have been troubled by anxiety, you should have a word with Miss Yume Mitsuki. I'm sure she will be able to work wonders for you. We just had the honor to experience this. Okay, let's head over there. Oh, oopsie. I'm so excited. I really love investigative missions. Just like in back then in Fontaine. Oh. Okay.
Do I know you?
What?
This is sus. I actually feel like that the patients are rather put into hypnosis.
This should be the place. That guy looks official. Let's go ask him.
He looks mean.
Hi there. We're looking for Emura Ichigensai. Are we in the right...
Pay first, take a ticket, then wait your turn.
Speaking of hospitality.
Oh, okay. 97. What number are you up to so far?
53. Be patient. I'll call your number when it's your turn.
Jeez, what a charmer. Looks like we're in for a long wait, huh?
Shall I knock him out so we can barge strike in? Shall we talk to the other patients while we wait?
Sounds kind of therapeutic in its own way. But we don't really have a good excuse to resort to violence here. And we definitely don't want to scare off our target.
Paimon, you know the drill.
Why don't we pass the time by talking to some of his other patients? It looks like there's a few of them standing over there.
Mm-hmm. And they kinda... It seems like they are also suffering from a memory loss. At least it seems like it.
Sorry to interrupt.
Do I know you? Ah, so you're here for counseling too.
Yep. Fellow clients of Emura Ichigensai here. Although this will be our first time using his service, so...
Service? How crass. We're talking about spiritual guidance here, not some business transaction.
Spiritual guidance?
In fairness to them, they haven't experienced it yet. Ignorance among the uninitiated is only to be expected.
Ignorance among the uninitiated is only to be expected.
Okay. Well, anyway, Aisa bathhouse calls it a service.
Ah, more defectors from the bathhouse, huh? Service might have a veneer of professionalism, but all it really means is inadequate treatment that costs a fortune.
Inadequate treatment that costs a fortune? More defectors from the bathhouse? Yeah, and this is truly a wrong judgment.
Why do you say that?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you why. After just a few sessions with Emura Ichigensai, you'll completely forget about all your troubles. From then on, it's happy thoughts only.
Yeah, and you just numb your senses, obviously.
Today's supposed to be my last counseling session. He says that after we're done, nothing will ever trouble me again.
Mm-hmm. That's quite weird.
Meanwhile, Aisa bathhouse boasts about their strange and mysterious methods, but it's a total scam. They only treat the symptoms, not the root cause. Meaning you have to go back time after time. Also, they can keep charging you, of course.
Exactly. Overpriced and ineffective. But counseling from Emura Ichigensai? I can't get enough. I know I'm done after today, but I'd take any excuse to keep coming back.
Me too. Probably see you tomorrow then?
Whatever the truth of the matter is, Paimon is starting to seriously dislike these guys.
Stay calm, Paimon.
Fine. Yeah, so we're mostly here to see what all the fuss is about. You guys seem to be experts by now. Is there anything we need to do to prepare for our session?
No, you don't need to do anything. Just show up, take a seat, and he takes care of the rest. I remember he lit some incense. It smelled wonderful and instantly relaxed me.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a drug.
I already know of the troubles that bring you to me.
I don't know why I lose my temper so easily. I'm pretty messed up, right?
For a moment, it sounded like tutorial.
Yes, in the sense that all negative emotions are defects of the mind. But I can remove these defective feelings, leaving your mind healthy, whole and free of distressing thoughts.
In the sense that all negative emotions are defects of the mind, but I can remove the defective feelings, leave your mind healthy, whole, and free of distressing thoughts.
Now, receive my guidance.
Uh-huh.
I don't actually remember the guidance, but anyway, it clearly worked. I guess whatever he said disappeared from my mind and took my problems along with it.
Mm-hmm. Sounds too good to be true. Sounds a little unbelievable.
Oh, so rude. Your counseling session will change your mind. In more ways than one.
Okay.
We're only being cautious. What's wrong with that? You said it yourselves. The whole reason everyone's coming to this guy is because they're worried about getting scammed out of their Mora.
That's a fair point. You just need some reassurance, right? In that case, I can let you in on a little secret.
We're all ears.
Go on.
Well, someone in my family actually knew Emura Ichigensai before he made a name for himself. Apparently, he had a terrible temper. Pretty much everyone in the neighborhood had issues with him.
And now he has become consultant?
But he must have had some sort of epiphany, because he did a complete 180. Went from having the most rotten temper you can imagine to one of the most cheerful people around.
Okay. Some sort of revelation.
Even more amazingly, all the people who used to despise him ended up becoming his best friends. His neighborhood's more peaceful and pleasant than it's ever been.
Not fishy at all.
So you can rest assured that whatever treatment you get from Emura Ichigensai, he tried and tested it on himself first.
Uh-huh.
Huh? What a ridiculous story.
That's what they all say, but I don't think so. I think his neighbors were happy to be counted as his first patients.
Doubt it all you want. I heard it straight from my relative who knows him personally.
Uh-huh. Okay, bye-bye.
What should we do now? We may have burned our bridges with these two.
At least we got some information. No, to meet the man himself. Right. That's true.
Yeah. There's still a lot of people ahead of us, though. Why don't you take a rest while Paimon keeps watch? Just like how we do it on the road.
Yeah. Maybe we could just maybe we should just observe the patients before they head in and after they head out. What? You detect a faint fragrance and begin following it to its source. Oh? Where am I?
Let go of your pain.
Oh. Is that the abyss behind it?
Let go of your pain.
Oh, wait. We have seen this strange thing before in a live stream. An eye. I thought it was involved in the event.
Who are you?
Holy. Come on, get over here. Be. Okay, it's pretty much reminded me of Demon Slayer. Okay.
Traveler, it's almost time.
That was really strange. That was really strange. Like in Mitsuki's therapy sessions, this took a rather dark turn. Okay, we just appreciate. Look how cute Paimon is. And apparently we heard the eye. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Oh, it was just a dream.
That was a long wait. Paimon's gonna need a nap after this, too.
Wondering if that was really caused by the incense. No problem. It's smarter to keep watch anyway.
Alright, now time for us to go meet Mr. Emura Ichigensai.
Emura Ichigensai. It can't be Anju, right? I don't want to think that it is Anju after I think it was Nietzsche's story quest, or rather, well, his tribal quest. It's
Hello,
not like that.
we're number 97. It should be our turn now, right?
Yeah, sorry, the clinic's closed for the day.
What?
What? Why?
Because Emura Ichigensai doesn't have limitless energy, that's why. He's gone home to rest. You'll have to try again tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
We've been waiting so long!
Not as long as some people. Try getting here earlier next time.
Do you know where he lives by any chance? I don't think he will reveal anything about his whereabouts, where he lives or whatnot.
Save yourself the trouble. Spiritual masters like Emura Ichigensai cultivate their powers with peace and solitude. Someone like you ain't gonna find them.
That's a way to convince someone. Spiritual masters like Emura Ichigensai cultivate their powers of peace and solitude.
Drat. We should have barged in after all.
Let's report back to Mitsuki for now.
Yeah, nothing else we can do for today.
Just wanna resort to violence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We just set this building on fire. Okay. Let's see. Yai probably knows more than we do, obviously.
So he gives spiritual guidance, and it takes all your troubles away and leaves only happy thoughts?
You know, it sounds fishy.
Yep, at least that's what his clients say.
How is that possible? Not even Mizuki could do that, and she's an incredible psychologist.
Is that right? Paimon was gonna say, it all sounds too good to be true.
It certainly is. Humans are, how to put this, they're a moody race. Always upset about something. Show me a human without a care in the world, and I'll show you what messed up really looks like.
Yeah, you pretty much eradicate the essence of a human, which is basically like emotions, and that also includes the negative ones, obviously.
You think? Because honestly, this sounded pretty convincing. And they said they only left the Aisa bathhouse because they found it didn't deal with the root cause of their issues.
But the idea he is spreading is categorically wrong.
Treating it root is a long time process. Obviously.
That settles it then. Emura Ichigensai is a quack, making false claims to steal all our customers.
Is that why he's doing this? To steal our customers? Or is there more to it?
I actually believe that Mitsuki initially had no grudge as it seemed to help people, but now that the truth is starting to surface.
It's unfortunate that you didn't get to meet him in person. I need some idea of the kind of person he is. Otherwise, I have no hope of figuring out his motivations and goals.
Yeah, it's too bad. Although, if it's any help, we did hear a bit about his backstory from someone else. Apparently, he used to have a really rotten temper, but then one day he suddenly reached enlightenment and became a spiritual master or something.
Emura Ichigensai. Rotten temper. Now wait just a minute.
True identity found. Maybe he happened to be a patient as well.
The most tedious job in the world. But once in a while, something mildly amusing grabs my attention. Take a look at this.
I was just about to say that. Maybe he was a patient of the Aisa bathhouse, or, well, of Mitsuki as well.
Emura Chuya?
Chuya?
It's him. I remember him.
Wait, that guy? Oh no!
What is it? What about him?
Where to start? Imagine a big ball of negative emotion took on human form and started walking around. It's pretty much Emura Chuya.
Oh.
His patient record mentions that he loved nothing more than a heated argument. No matter how trivial it was, he could never agree to disagree. He always had to be right. The happiest part of his day would be winning an argument and proving the other person wrong. If he lost, he'd sulk, and if anyone called him out, he'd throw a huge tantrum. Before long, he'd turned everyone against him.
Sounds like he had issues.
Sounds like his ruders all manifested in a childhood.
Oh, yeah. Serious issues.
And not acting like a child, at least.
Anyway, since no one would talk to him in real life anymore, he turned to the reader's letters column of a magazine by the Youkai publishing house, where he would attack writers and trade insults with other contributors.
He turned to the reader's letters column of a magazine by the Youkai publishing house, where he would attack writers and trade insults with other contributors. Well, yeah. I'm sure Yai is already aware of him.
Naturally, this ruined the column for everyone, and the editors soon started rejecting his letters. Next thing you know, he's written a complaint letter to the Tenryou Commission, demanding that Inazuma pass a law to make it illegal for the Youkai publishing house to reject letters from readers.
He's written a complaint letter to the Tenryou Commission, demanding that Inazuma pass a law to make it illegal for the Youkai publishing house to reject letters from readers.
Gee whiz!
What the hell?
Where would you even start with a client like that?
In my case, by giving them a wide berth. Mizuki dealt with this guy.
He's targeting Mitsuki as well.
I'm pretty sure he only came here to try and start something. But Mizuki managed to get him into a session, and after some treatment, his mood improved by a lot.
But
Murasaki makes him sound like a rabid animal. He wasn't that out of control. Sure, his personality was very abrasive, but it wasn't hard to see why. Once I understood his situation, I was able to diagnose him very quickly. You have very high expectations for yourself, but you've faced a lot of rejection in the past and haven't achieved much in your life. You've never had any real close friends, so you don't know what healthy connections with other people look like. This puts you and your ego in the center of your world. In short, you long to feel a sense of accomplishment and to receive attention from other people. But both of these are lacking in your life.
And starting an altercation is his way of receiving attention and somewhat acknowledgement. It's a source.
You have no idea how to properly deal with these emotions, so you've been taking it out on other people, partly to seek attention, and partly because you get a shallow sense of accomplishment whenever you win a war of words with another person.
Which is kind of sad.
You promised the world in your adverts, and that's seriously the best you can come up with? I'm not even going to bother explaining all the reasons you're wrong.
There it happens again.
I mean, you completely misunderstood why I even sent that complaint letter. The Youkai publishing house practically has a monopoly on Inazuma's publishing industry. How can they ignore what their readers have to say?
In the magazine column you wrote to, your strongly worded letter appeared alongside dozens of others which praised the writer for their work. You can't talk about what their readers have to say without including them, too.
You wrote to your strongly worded letter appeared alongside dozens of others who praised the writer for their work. You can't talk about what their readers have to say without including them too.
No one with half a brain would praise a festering pile of garbage like that. Those are not opinions worth listening to.
Oh, he definitely has an aggression problem.
So when I touched on the idea of you having an egocentric worldview, this is the kind of thing I was talking about.
And this is the root of the issue.
You...
And you don't want to accept the truth.
Wow. How the heck did you get him to stay for treatment after dropping all of that on him?
Simple. The more he realized the truth of my diagnosis, the more he compulsively searched for evidence to refute it with.
Yeah, and he obviously couldn't.
He lost the ability to communicate like a normal human being. So I kept him here by using his preferred mode of interaction, argumentation.
Which is pretty smart, actually.
The Tenryou Commission had ignored his complaint letter, so he had no outlets left for his emotional outbursts.
And Mitsuki just pretty much accepted to be used as a dumpster for his negative emotions, or for his emotional outbursts at this point. This is really interesting.
Eventually, with the help of some incendiary words, I got him to agree to try some basic therapy. Finally, I was able to tweak his mood and stabilize his condition. It's a shame, really. If I'd only been able to see him a few more times, I know I could have helped him work through his personality issues. But unfortunately...
It was all my fault.
Why?
For the last time, it was his fault for being a nut job.
What? What happened?
Well, one day, he comes in as usual for therapy, but Mizuki isn't here, so Shion sees him instead. I don't know what got into him that day, but he suddenly announced that he wished to be free of his troubles for good, and demanded that Shion make that happen. Obviously, she didn't manage it, and then he pulled out a complaint letter to try and intimidate her. That was the last straw for me. I kicked him out and blacklisted him. He hasn't shown his face here since.
Whoa.
Anyway, now everyone's had a look at his record. Do we think there's any chance that this guy and Emura Ichigensai are the same person?
Connecting the dots, yeah, I kinda fit the bill.
Because it sounds to me like after he didn't get what he wanted, he decided to have his revenge by lying to our customers and getting them to leave.
Bad dreams are formed from a buildup of negative emotions in the subconscious. You can't simply trick people into not having them anymore. If Murasaki was right, then surely they'd have seen his lies for what they are by now.
Yeah, but he also has his methods. My dreams are formed from a buildup of negative emotions in the subconscious. I mean, probably since he was like depicted as a ball of negative emotions, he might have been attracted by someone. Well, or ambushed by someone who takes advantage of his, well, of his attitude, or like of his state, like emotional state, you could say. I wonder who's like pulling the strings in this one. Bad dreams are formed from a bit of negative emotions in the subconscious. You can simply trick people into not having them anymore.
There's no point hemming and hawing. Let's report this guy to the Tenryo Commission for fraudulent business practices. If he can complain, so can we.
I don't think this will not solve the issue, though.
Is anyone there?
Oh?
We'd like to book a therapy session. Can we start now?
Hello, please come with me. I'll get you registered.
Fiona's so happy.
Wait. Those are the two guys Paimon mentioned earlier. Just this morning, they were calling the bathhouse a scam and a ripoff. How are they back here already?
Tables have turned, it seems. Okay.
Oh, really? Well, that proves it, doesn't it? I was right. Now that they've realized they were lied to, they've come back.
Oh, why would they come back? Like, I mean, there has to be a specific reason. I mean, why would they come back if they just called Mitsuki a scammer? Doesn't make sense to me. And now they want to book for a session?
So chin up, Mizuki. I bet you business will start picking up again from tomorrow morning.
Yeah, you Yume Kuibaku provide an unbeatable service. No scammer's gonna run you girls out of business.
Interesting. Well, good. Murasaki, go help Shion, please.
Should have kept my mouth shut. I jinxed it, and now I have to work again.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Now we just need to report this guy as a fraud to the Tenryo Commission. Like Murasaki suggested. Problem solved.
Not so sure about this.
It looks like the Aisa bathhouse will be back in business in no time. No idea if our investigation actually helped, though.
Of course it did. You were a huge help, and I owe you big time for it.
Another session?
Now then, you only got partway through the VIP experience last time, didn't you? You still have to try the hot springs and snacks. Both are top tier.
I mean, last time we did indulge and savor the atmosphere as well. While we were in the hot springs, just chilling with Molani and digging into some snacks, some sorry crackers.
Oh, true! How could Paimon forget about that? Especially the
Of course.
snacks.
After a dip in the hot springs, some delicious snacks, you and Pam feel wonderfully relaxed.
Wow, Paimon feels incredible now. Nothing beats the complete service package.
We should go talk to Mitsuki about booking our next appointment. Definitely coming back again.
Agreed! Although Paimon didn't notice her inside just now. What could she be doing out at this hour? Let's ask around. Hey there, Mr. Aikawa. Do you have any idea where Mizuki went?
Oh, you're looking for Mizuki? She actually tends to disappear for a while around this time every evening. It's the one part of the day where she gets to relax herself.
Oh. Digesting the nightmares or well dreams.
As for where she goes and what she does during that time, I'm afraid I have no idea.
Probably there where we should have encountered for the first time.
She takes the evenings to relax, huh?
Like the first time we met her.
She probably tells people she's relaxing, but actually she's digesting the bad dreams, right? Hope she's not having any digestive trouble.
We should check in on her.
Oh, remember the place from last time? Let's head there and check on her.
Yes. All right. It's so beautiful. I want to be in such a hot spring as well. Was a little AFK. Taking a break. But we're not gonna be on a long hiatus. So.
This should be the place.
Sweet Mitsuki. There she is. Oh.
What? Why is Mizuki crying? Unless... Oh, maybe we got pulled into one of her bizarre dreams again.
Ori. Mitsuki.
Traveler? Paimon? What?
Well, firstly, we were hoping to get our next appointment booked in.
Oh, I see. I was planning on making it back before you finished in the hot springs, but I ended up spending longer here than I intended. Don't worry, this isn't a dream. I was just feeling a little sad.
Did she feel bad about this guy? That she couldn't help him after all?
Oh, what's up? Indigestion getting you down again?
No, my digestion was fine this time. What you saw just now was the aftermath of the digestion process. Like I said, bad dreams are basically bundles of all kinds of negative emotions. When I digest them, I feel them all for myself.
Oh man. That's sad.
So when I'm processing these emotions, I tend to get quite, well, emotional.
Which is understandable, only natural.
Does that happen to all Yumikui Baku?
Oh, don't worry about the others. To feel these emotions, you first have to understand them. Most Baku have a very poor understanding of humanity. So to them, a human bad dream just tastes like a slice of bland white bread. They can basically wolf it down and barely notice the flavor.
And I suppose that Mitsuki wanted to understand humans' emotions.
I'm the odd one out in that sense. When I was studying abroad, I made a serious effort to learn as much about human psychology as possible.
Is that the reason why she was like traveling a lot?
Now I understand human emotions much better. I can empathize with them, and I can now discern many complex emotions when I turn my attention to digesting bad dreams. But still, that's no reason for you to be concerned about me. I wouldn't be much of a psychologist if I didn't have the mental fortitude to handle this stuff.
Everyone is confiding. I know she's a psychologist, but everyone is open up about their problems. Mitsuki. But the only ones which Mitsuki can cry on for support is the moon that listens to her sorrows and the ocean which washes her tears away. Which is kind of sad. It kind of sounds lonely to me.
Letting your emotions out is one of the most effective ways to process them. Now that I've done that, my mental state is back to normal.
It's also interesting how tears work, you know, because like crying is a way to de-stress. Your body wants to get rid of the negative hormones. And you like trying to release yourself from these emotions.
Paimon thought maybe seeing those customers had upset you somehow. It even makes Paimon mad. You work so hard for them and then they turn around and accuse the bathhouse of being a money-making scam? Yes, they were led astray by some swindler, but it's not like they took much persuading.
I can't blame them. The idea that you can forget all of your troubles and never have a bad dream again is a very alluring one. Who wouldn't want to believe that? Traveler, if I really could make you forget all of your troubles for good, would you want me to try?
As good as it sounds? Not really. As you imagine forgetting your pain and longing, the joy of reunion that you are looking forward to one day disappears along with it. As you imagine letting go of your hopelessness, you also feel your fighting spirit slip through your fingers. As you imagine being free from your painful regrets, the formative experience of your journey lose their roots. But if I forget all of that, will I even still be me?
You really are different from other people.
Yeah. Because both the positive and negative experience makes us us. It forms us.
Discovering what troubles people is easy for me, even in your case. But although I can see your troubles clearly, I still don't completely understand you.
It's really cute right now, but Ayaka and her have something in common with their socks in the water. We're special, aren't we? But yeah, sometimes it's easier said than done.
Thanks for checking in on me. As a psychologist, I know how to take care of myself. But you showing that you care is still appreciated.
She's so beautiful.
Anyway, it's much too late to book another appointment now. You should head home. Get some sleep. Have a wonderful dream, and come see me again tomorrow.
I hope you will have one yourself, Mitsuki.
Alright, good night!
Good night.
Bye for now. If you still want to book another appointment tomorrow, make sure to come see me early.
Poor baby. What is that? Do you see that? Like a kind of weird shadow. I'm not sure if that is like a cloud, but it looks kind of weird. Oh yeah, that's kind of sad. Poor baby. Go to the Aisa bathhouse.
Mizuki! We're here to book our next therapy appointment.
Oh.
It hurts.
Wait. Stomach aching. Can't digest.
Oh no, what's wrong with them?
Oh wait. What about these two customers? What about them? Was it their doing by any chance?
They've been like this ever since they woke up.
Okay.
Ooh, it's an extreme case of indigestion.
Huh? How come? Oh, did they eat too many nightmares last night?
I doubt it. We only had 4 customers yesterday, including you two.
one blames the other two.
You're right. Something's definitely wrong with their nightmares. Our ability to digest dreams isn't just a matter of quantity. It depends on the emotional intensity, too. Point being, no normal person should ever have a nightmare of this magnitude.
Oh no.
Oh, this situation is dire. If I can't find a way to help them digest their dreams soon...
Don't tell me they will die or become a nightmare themselves.
What can we do? Let us help.
We need to find those 2 customers from yesterday and figure out the cause of their bad dreams. Without knowing that, I have no way of treating them. Traveler, Paimon, I know you spoke to them both. Think you can track them down?
Yeah.
Let's see. They did say they were gonna get counseling from Emura Ichigensai again. Chances are that's where we'll find them.
Lead the way. I'm coming with you.
Ugh. This is just my luck.
Don't worry, I'll look after the bathhouse.
What should I do about work?
Oh no, please. Don't stress yourself. Your health comes first.
You know, I went out to sea earlier today, but was so distracted that I lost my net. Oh well, it's not a big deal though.
Yeah, I messed up today too. But hey, what's the big deal? A few bandits got away, it's not the end of the world.
Okay.
Hey, you two! Murasaki and Shion are sick, and it's all because of your bad dreams!
Whoa, someone's in a bad mood, huh? So funny.
I know, right?
What's wrong?
They're acting so weird. Paimon was pretty aggressive just now, but they don't seem offended at all.
It's really weird.
Allow me. Gentlemen, do you still remember visiting Aisa bathhouse last night for dream regulation therapy?
You probably forgot.
Did we?
I don't think so.
Huh. Do you recall having any bad dreams recently?
No, why would I? What in this world could be so bad that it'd give me nightmares?
Nope, nothing comes to mind. Bad dreams must be highly irregular, surely. You don't have to look far to see that life is beautiful.
What is going on? It's
Really
like they've
odd.
completely forgotten what they did last night. Although Paimon can believe what they're saying, they don't exactly seem troubled by nightmares. Does that mean Emura Ichigensai's counseling actually works?
No, they're clearly not in their right minds. Traveler, Paimon, focus hard for a second. I'm gonna try something a little unorthodox.
Whoa! What did you do?
Entered their subconscious minds. I noticed they've both become disassociated from their subconscious, meaning I can access it, similarly to how I enter people's dreams.
Okay, which is interesting because the problem has only been solved on the surface, but the deep-rooted issues or like anxieties, whatever it is, they're still alive.
No. No! Those thugs! I won't let them get away with this! I won't!
The sea is too rough today. I should stay on dry land till things calm down.
Huh?
As you can see, their troubles haven't gone anywhere. Susukira seems to have a short fuse, which causes him to act out of line. I'm sure this has caused him a lot of grief in his line of work. As for Umiko, I believe he developed a fear of stormy waves after a near-death experience. Now he's reluctant to sail out to sea at all, which is having a devastating impact on his livelihood.
I don't want to know what it is like when they are like, imagine him sailing out and a storm is approaching. He's gonna have a massive panic attack.
Their negative emotions have been isolated from their conscious minds and left to float around in their subconscious. That's why on the outside, the only emotion they appear to feel is happiness. But those suppressed emotions will only continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually turning into the nightmares that have been giving Murasaki and Shion indigestion. If it's Emura Ichigensai's doing, I guess he's not the straightforward calm man we thought he was. Maybe he really does have ways of influencing human emotions. That would explain why no one has blown the whistle on him yet. Did you notice anything strange when you came here yesterday?
Well, they didn't let us in. You couldn't track him. When we asked about his whereabouts, where he lives, he's a spiritual master. He is cultivating in, what was it again? Tranquility, whatnot, blah blah blah.
Not really. They were a lot more serious than today.
You remember the stern stream from yesterday and recounted to Mitsuki?
You sure kept that one quiet.
I didn't think much of it at the time. Yeah, it was really spooky.
Oh, no. Look, we have to find this Emura Ichigensai right away.
Oh, she knows what it is about.
Mizuki, what is it?
Something inhuman is at work in Emura Ichigensai. The Traveler's dream confirms that. He has victimized everyone who has received his so-called counseling. If we don't find and stop him as soon as possible, his victims may well suffer irreversible damage to their psyches.
Yikes! Well, guess we better press these guys a little harder. Do you know when Emura Ichigensai will be here next?
What's with the urgency? Why does it matter when he shows up?
Yeah, he'll turn up when he's ready. No point in trying to rush him.
Ugh, this is infuriating.
You do remember what happened last night, both of you. Only you don't want to talk about it, because you can't reconcile the presence of a nightmare with the happiness you presently feel.
It's just really sad.
Just thinking about it brings up an overwhelming sense of being torn apart. You can't quite put it into words, but you fear you're a hair's breadth away from a total breakdown. Is that about right?
Please, stop. Everything will be fine as long as we don't think about it.
Basically being ignorant.
Emura Ichigensai's treatment has clearly left you wounded and vulnerable. But don't worry, I'm not here to snap you out of your denial. At least, as long as you answer our question.
All right. But seriously, we really have no idea. We've asked already, and all we know is that he's not coming today.
Yeah, apparently, yesterday's session kind of tired him out.
Oh, is it because of us?
Is he trying to hide from me again?
They really don't know anything? Darn! Looks like we've hit a dead end.
I don't suppose you know where he lives, do you?
No. We did ask yesterday, but even his guard didn't know.
In that case...
Have you found out what you came here for? And are you able to help Murasaki and Shion now?
Yes, I suppose. Now that I know what's causing their bad dreams, I can administer the correct treatment.
I tried that Emura Ichigensai.
Honestly, you've already done your part by bringing me here. I can't keep troubling you.
Don't forget, we want to book our next therapy session. The sooner you stop having to worry about Emura Ichigensai, the sooner we get you all to ourselves. So we're not gonna quit until all this is resolved, and the bathhouse is back to business as usual.
Yep.
Looks like I have no choice but to accept your help again. I have to make sure Murasaki and Shion get the treatment they need. Still, I'm gonna need your full cooperation. If you do find Emura Ichigensai, please do not approach him. Just send me a message and keep an eye on him until I arrive. The last thing I want is for you to put yourself in harm's way.
Don't worry about that. You should see some of the other bad guys we've taken down in our time. This guy's small potatoes compared to them.
Well, this time it is not about like a physical matter. It's more of a mental matter.
Paimon.
All right, sure. We'll keep our distance and send the message.
Very good. Let's get going then.
Okay.
Pretty bold claim saying you'll track this guy down. It's nice of you to give Mizuki one less thing to worry about and all, but what the heck do we do now? What if we can't find him? 'Cause, in case you hadn't noticed, these guys are hopeless. They don't know anything.
But I suspect Miko knows something.
Oh, wait, you're right! She was the one who tipped us off about this place yesterday! She probably knows way more than she let on.
And because it is us...
There's no time to lose! To the Grand Narukami Shrine!
She'll definitely lead us the way. It's really sad what's been going on here lately. Oh, can we talk to that person? Meet again, it's good to see you here. Oh, look who's here. She also booked a therapy session. I think it was in Mitsuki's demo where she appeared as well. Her issue lay in not wanting to be treated like a child any longer, and that her parents' words will stop. And it was really good. You should watch it if you haven't watched it yet. This has been quite a bumpy ride. It does not seem so hard, while freedom yet stirs in my heart. I hope that your future journeys will go smoothly as well. Guide to freedom. Actually sweet. Really beautiful. But yeah, I wonder what it is all about. And we finally get to the bottom of this and see what is stirring in the dark. Consider the weird dream we had when we we're under some sort of hypnosis. Unfortunately, my voice wasn't recorded in this part for some reason, but that's what we're going to do, a voiceover instead. So we're gonna head to the Grand Narukami Shrine and see what Miko has to tell us.
She's usually somewhere around here.
Here for a fortune slip, little ones? Or visiting
Miko
a friend?
is so pretty. I just love her design.
Whoa! Where did you come from?
It's been a while, Lady Gucci.
That was a little lukewarm. You're starting to sound a lot like her. But pleasantries aside, what's the matter? You look rather out of sorts.
We need to locate someone. Do you know where we could find Emura Ichigensai?
You may remember I dropped a not-so-subtle hint as to his whereabouts yesterday. You mean to tell me you still haven't found him?
Aha! So you did bring him up on purpose!
As expected of
Let's
her.
not lose focus here. You're here to ask for my help. So would you mind explaining the situation to me?
Yeah, fair enough. We went to the place you mentioned, but he slipped through our fingers. Next thing we heard was he's not seeing patients there anymore. Apparently, he loves his peace and solitude. So obviously, we've got no idea where to find him now.
Oh, and after the lengths I went to get you that location.
Don't know if this helps, but we did learn some other stuff about him yesterday. For example, a guy matching Emura Ichigensai's description came to Mizuki for therapy once. Only his name was Emura Chuya.
Wait, what? Emura Chuya?
You know him?
I once asked the Youkai publishing house to host an event for contributors to the Reader's Letters column. I had hoped it might be a fun chance to meet some like-minded people and chat. Until he showed up.
Oh, that's interesting.
Are you telling me that Emura the Hellraiser and Emura the Healer are the same person?
Based on everything we've learned so far, it certainly looks that way.
All right. Well, in that case, give this address a try.
Really? Who chooses to live in a place like that?
This was the delivery address he gave to the publishing house once, when he placed an order for several dozen books in one go. He also requested to pay on receipt. The warehouse took one look and assumed it must be some kind of prank, so they rejected the order, earning them an honorable mention in his complaint letter.
Kind of like a misunderstanding.
Of course, with the benefit of hindsight, it's rather obvious why he lives there. Someone as antisocial as him wouldn't be welcome anywhere else.
You've got a point. Well, we clearly made the right decision coming to talk to you.
I'm just glad I could help my old friend.
You mean Mizuki? So you really do want to help her?
I can tell that she's invested an awful lot into the Aisa bathhouse. It's only natural for me to show some concern when I see a friend's business in trouble.
Really? 'Cause yesterday it looked more like you were looking for a fight.
More like teasing.
I assume Mizuki has told you that we're competitors. She has always believed that, ever since we were classmates. And now that I'm the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine, I'm sure she must feel the need to prove herself through her endeavors at the Aisa bathhouse. The last thing she'd want is for me, of all people, to swoop in and save the day the moment the going gets tough. So if I want to help, I have to be mindful of her feelings and tread delicately.
Miko's such a thoughtful person, actually. It's rare to see you being so considerate.
I'll take that as a compliment. Mizuki's always so considerate towards others. It would be nice for someone to reciprocate once in a while.
Well, since you're in a difficult position, maybe I can do the honors instead?
Well done, you took the hint. Now, while I'm sure you'd love to chat longer, you seemed to be in a great hurry when you arrived. Shouldn't you be on your way?
Oh, right. Come on, let's send a message to Mizuki right away.
Miko has once again entrusted us with helping a friend in need.
Don't tell Mizuki about our conversation, by the way. If she asks, just say that you figured it out all by yourself.
This explains why Miko doesn't settle the issue herself. She's so considerate of Mitsuki's feelings, and I truly appreciate Yai's character. But yeah, let's head to the address Miko provided. I'm really excited. This place is really remote and isolated from the outside. It's really sad, kind of lonely.
This should be the place Miko mentioned, right?
Traveler, Paimon.
Mizuki! That was quick.
All thanks to you two. With what I learned from those two guys, I managed to give Murasaki and Shion effective treatment as soon as I got back. That meant I was free to head out again as soon as I received your message. So, this is where Emura Ichigensai lives.
From a close-up view, you can see that this house is broken, which probably reflects his state of mind.
Sure hope so, 'cause this is our only lead. Wait, do you guys smell that too? Some kind of fragrance. Seems like it's coming from inside.
I smelled the same scent yesterday too.
Then that confirms it. We've come to the right place. Now we may face great danger once we're inside. So from here on out, stay close to me and stay focused. I don't want either of you getting hurt.
Don't worry about us.
We'll be fine. You just focus on what you need to do.
All right, fine. I suppose you're used to leading the charge.
Enter Murachi's hideout. Well, now it's getting very serious. I'm kind of excited. Kind of anxious. Bastion of Nightmares. Based on Miko's information, you and Mitsuki's managed to find Emura's hiding place. Alone on a small island, this isolated house seems to harbor some kind of mystery. Even though there's a palpable sense of danger in the air, the two of you decide to venture inside. Okay, Emura, let's try to get you out and take you to task. I'm really excited now. Wow, this looks so cool. Like an endless mansion.
Whoa. This is not what Paimon was expecting.
It looks familiar.
This is creepy. Feels like there are loads of eyes staring at us.
Calm, yet repressed. The signs are all there.
What is it, Mizuki? Figured something out?
Nothing new. Just further confirmation of my suspicions. Emura Ichigensai should be hiding deep inside this place. Stay close to me.
This place is really chaotic, and oh, Katessa Mitsuki, she's so beautiful and floaty. For real. But speaking of the mansion again, it looks very cold and depressing in here. It's very lonely. And I don't know, I think it's part of the nightmare. Oh wow. This is so beautiful. Oh my god. The tray animation on the ground is so pretty. I really love it. But yeah, let's head inside. No more slacking. Some damaged furniture as well. Oh, look. The lanterns. Is that like an eye symbol? Kind of looks like an eye symbol. They're staring into your souls.
He set up an ambush?
Seems like we're not welcome here.
Oh, monsters? Huh. Okay, they're not
Emerge right now. Show
imbued
them.
with abyssal power?
Sweet dreams.
Interesting.
Miss Yume
Oh, look who's
Mizuki,
there.
you found me at last. Ah, and I see you've brought some friends with you. Please, forgive my lack of hospitality.
Emura Chuya. So it is you.
Mizuki was right after all. Paimon wasn't expecting him to be so polite, though.
Please, do not call me by that name anymore. The old me was plagued by negative emotions. But I have parted ways with them now. That period of my life is consigned to the past, and the name along with it.
You have to listen to me. There is no way to get rid of all your negative emotions. This life you're living now is a lie.
Your perspective is most amusing.
What's so funny? Don't you know you're harming people?
Harming people? That's what you believe? Very well. I understand and accept your perspective, even if you cannot afford me the same courtesy in return.
What is up with him? He's being so calm and polite. So why does everything he says make Paimon want to punch him?
That's probably because you're always resorting
As
to
you can see,
violence.
Miss Yume
Paimon.
Mizuki, all my psychological problems have been completely resolved. I must thank you for your attempts to diagnose my condition. But I see now that the truth is far simpler than you were proposing.
Mitsuki got to snap him out of his delusions.
All my misery was merely a consequence of human frailty. I could not hope to remove my emotional impurities on my own strength. I lived in fear and anger. Fear that I was not worthy of other people's attention. Anger at how they invalidated me.
Opening up about his emotions.
I became a slave to my emotions. They turned me into a wretched and loathsome creature, hostile to everyone. But things are different now. I have acquired the ability to eradicate those emotions for good. No longer will I be afraid. Never again will I be stirred to anger. No, I am filled now with only one emotion, and that is happiness. I have become humanity perfected.
Someone else must be pulling the strings.
Huh. What I'm hearing is that you've developed your own unique understanding of psychological issues. So how about you play therapist this time? I have a couple of cases I'd love to hear your thoughts on.
This is so clever now. Mitsuki's becoming a patient and like asking for advice.
I would be delighted.
The first is a soldier with poor control of his temper. He flies off the handle too easily, and it gets him into all sorts of trouble. This is having a significant impact on his daily life, and he's developed symptoms of depression as a result.
He simply needs to let go of his anger. Then he will surely find peace and happiness.
There's no happiness without anger or
The
sadness.
second is a fisherman who's developed thalassophobia. Now he is unable to provide for his family, which is causing him immense anxiety.
Oh, of course. He must cast his fear far away and forget it ever existed. Then he can return to the sea at once.
I'm sorry, but you're wrong on both counts.
Oh?
The soldier's anger is rooted in his strongly held principles. Yes, his rage can make him reckless, but it also fuels his deep desire to stand against injustice.
Which is actually interesting since there are other qualities in what we consider negative.
Losing his anger made him passive and apathetic. He now stands by and does nothing as bandits attack innocent people. The fisherman's fear made him one of the most reliable sailors around. Thanks to his cautiousness and diligence, accidents were a rare occurrence among his crew despite the dangers of their profession. But after forgetting his fear, he destroyed the fruits of the entire crew's labor on his first return to the sea. Fascinating, isn't it? Anger gives people the courage to stand up for what they believe in, and fear nurtures care and attention. Emotions are integral to human dreams, and after many years of dealing with their dreams, the Yumeko Ibaku have learned an important secret about human emotions. Negative emotions do not just go away. They will always be there. This is true for everyone. Not only that, but their presence is essential. You can't have a healthy human psyche without negative emotion. So do you have any idea what you've done to those poor men?
Well, getting rid of something entirely will not simply remove the core issue, but everything connected to it. Also the positive things, such as cautiousness and the care. Emura probably had like good intentions, but those intentions will blossom into chaos eventually.
What an amusing theory. In fact, I do remember those two. But I'm afraid that the only emotion I sense in them now is happiness. How can you believe that negative emotions are required for a healthy psyche? It's a laughable theory. Don't you remember how I was when we first met? You call that healthy?
Acknowledging that negative emotions exist doesn't mean giving them free rein over our minds and lives. Humans have a whole gamut of emotions. They're supposed to keep each other in balance. But if that balance gets disrupted, emotions start working against each other. Untethered rage cripples the capacity to be careful and considerate. Uncontained fear drives people to abandon beliefs they once held dear.
Which is so freaking true.
The person you were when you first came to my practice only proves this further. You were dominated by your emotions. Under their influence, you deliberately inflicted pain on other people.
Now she got him.
Meanwhile, the person you are now is so lost that you aren't even aware of the pain you're bringing to others. This diagnosis is going to sound harsh, but I'm afraid it's accurate. You've simply gone from one extreme to another. You say you've reached perfection, but you're just as dysfunctional now as where you started.
Well, he was just painting over his colorless mind.
You. How entertaining. Still, there's no need for me to argue back. You have failed to provoke me. I will forgive you for this offense, because I know my present perfection to be a fact. I have direct and incontrovertible evidence. You once told me that nightmares are the result of a buildup of negative emotions. But ever since I acquired my present abilities, I never had another nightmare again. Clearly, that proves that all of my negative emotions have been definitively eradicated.
I'm afraid not. Look where we are right now. We're inside your nightmare.
What?
No wonder! Paimon knew something was up the moment we arrived!
I knew it.
The enemies that we encountered were manifestations of his negative emotions. That can only happen in a nightmare.
No, that can't be.
That entity claimed it could remove your negative emotions. But all it did was separate them and store them deep in your subconscious, beyond your reach. There they were left to fester. Your situation is far worse than that of the other victims. It has deceived you at a much deeper level. You can't even perceive that at this very moment, you're in the middle of a nightmare.
How laughable. Fear? No. There is no fear left in me. This is all just a terrible joke. This is no dream. No.
Something's appeared behind him.
This is actually so freaking creepy. Like, now the truth is coming to light.
So, my arch-nemesis has seen through my trickery.
For a moment, I thought that was Angie because of the resemblance in the voice, but this looks super creepy. This is giving off kind of Rule of Death vibes.
Clearly, you came prepared. The emotional cocoon I'd wrapped him in was all but impenetrable. Yet still, you managed to tear it down.
So it is you. Just as I thought.
Mitsuki saw through it beforehand.
What's that?
A nightmare monster. A fearsome yokai that was once the bane of Inazuma.
I actually wonder what it was like back during the Arctic War, specifically the Cataclysm. Like, people were plagued by nightmares due to the terror they had to witness. And I think there were more of this race, like the fearsome yokai.
We Yumekui Baku eat the nightmares of humans, while they called those nightmares their home. So we were natural enemies. When I heard the traveler recount that strange dream, I knew that this was a possibility. But it's still a shock to see one of our long-lost arch-enemies in the flesh. They were supposed to have gone extinct long ago.
Then allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kuroyume, and I am the last of my kind.
I was wondering, like, last of his kind, so they went eventually extinct.
Kuroyume. That's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time. How have you survived all these years?
Likewise. Mizuki is a name that takes me back to a different age. Although I must say, we may be born enemies, but I have never felt any great animosity toward you personally. Ultimately, the fall of the nightmare monsters was the fault of our hosts. Humans are such fragile creatures. But now, I have found a way to revive my kind, and you are too late to stop me.
Oh, that sound was terrible.
Oh no! We've got to catch up to him!
Follow Emura Ichigensai who's being controlled. Oh man, poor guy was victimized all the time. Oh look, I'm blocking the way. And there's a chest. Maybe a good omen.
What's happening? Paimon's feeling dizzy all of a sudden.
That's the feeling of rejection. It's so strong. Quick, after him!
There he is! Right there! Whoa! What happened to all the paths?
He's repressing his emotions even harder.
The nightmare is interestingly structured, like everything is all over the place, kind of crazy.
There! He's got nowhere left to run!
Oh, there he is.
Whoa! What's happening to the ground?
Watch out!
To be honest, I had no idea if I failed or not. That was really confusing, what was supposed to happen.
I used my powers to cushion our fall. Is everyone all right?
Don't worry, we've fallen from bigger heights before. The bigger issue here is that he got away and we were so close!
We've been completely cut off. That creature has taken complete control of his consciousness. We'll never catch him.
Would it be easier if we wake up now and go catch him in the real world? If this is his nightmare, he must be asleep somewhere, right?
Remember the fragrance we smelled on our way in? That's how the monster lures people into the dream state. Now we're inside. We can't get out unless we manage to defeat him in his true form. He's turned Emura Ichigensai's nightmare into his lair. There's only one way to force him into the open, and that's by finding a way to eat this nightmare.
Eat this nightmare? But is that even possible?
This is, by the way, my blind reaction
Not only
to
is
that.
it possible, Paimon.
Paimon, of course.
It's quite literally my job.
Paimon knows that. It's just... We all saw what happened to Murasaki and Shion, and this nightmare is super intense. Paimon's worried this won't turn out well.
It was such a cutie patootie.
This monster has harmed too many people. We have to stop it. It's okay. I knew what I was getting into. Let's get moving. We may not have caught him, but our chase wasn't in vain. He led us deep inside his dream. We should now be at the subconscious layer that makes up its core.
It's so dark.
That's what happens if you leave your negative emotions to fester. There must be a lot of emotional fragments in this place. We need to follow them one by one until we reach our destination.
Wait, but what is our destination?
Where the light is.
This is actually so sad. Like, God knows how long these emotions have been harbored deep inside. Like, for real.
If I say it's your fault, it's your fault! Do you understand me?
I expected as much, and it hurts. It hurts so bad.
You shouldn't go running around with that stupid thing in your hand! Do you want to go hungry tonight?
Scolding your child is one thing, like if it's justified, but I never understand how you can deprive your child of food as a punishment. That's just like, that's morally wrong. That's just brutal, like really cruel.
Ugh, the atmosphere here is so oppressive. Is it anger or fear?
Be careful. Every time we draw near to one of these fragments, we'll experience the underlying emotion on a visceral level.
You, a writer? Didn't they reject you already? Get rid of this trash! Go find a real job!
Aw, poor guy. Paimon feels so bad for him.
Yeah, this hurts so bad. This hurts so bad.
We shouldn't stay here. Let's keep moving.
Ha ha! I won! Another round? That guy? He never joins in with anything. Why should we go out of our way to invite him? Let's keep playing. Ignore him.
Wow, that's so sad.
Nope, not here either.
Hmm? Look, there's the light!
I'm not quite sure, but I think there's a woman. Child Emura crying. It hurts.
What is this place?
It's his sorrow. Yes, sheer overwhelming sorrow. Human emotions exist in a delicate balance. When that balance is lost, negative emotions spiral out of control and go on to fuel nightmares. By isolating these negative emotions and allowing them to fester, that monster has completely destroyed his emotional balance. That's why he was able to create such a powerful nightmare. If we want to restore balance, we have to dispose of the excess negative emotion.
Oh, so that's what you mean when you talk about eating nightmares.
Well done, Paimon. Very clever.
Aw. Alright, what's the next step?
I need to find a way to separate the negative emotions out. For that, I need a special medium. Sorrow might just do the job. As long as it's kept in check, it can calm the waves of emotions and help him regain some measure of control.
Let it out, Chuya. Let the tears flow. You'll feel better after a good cry.
I'm so glad that his mother's taking care of him.
This process will untangle his unbridled fear and anger, his unresolved resentment, and his unshakable despair. These excess emotions will be separated out from the rest. They are the source of this nightmare.
Oh. Ugh! Mizuki!
Poor Mitsuki.
It's all right. It's an unpleasant flavor, but I've tasted it thousands of times. A good cry can work wonders. Even though he seems beyond helping, I think he should be able to take another step out from the swamp of despair now.
Are you ready to come out now, Chuya? I'll be waiting for you right here, son. I'd love to listen to more of your stories whenever you're ready.
And yeah, this scene pretty much tore me apart. This is so heart-wrenching, especially the hug.
All right, there goes that nightmare. Hopefully this marks the beginning of a sweeter dream.
You know, I'm not a mother myself, but I can't imagine the pain of seeing your child drowning in their own despair. Will literally tear apart. This is into pieces. It's so painful. It's really painful. His mother was the only person who understood him. She provided an outlet for his emotional state, reassuring him that it is okay to cry, that it is not a weakness. And she listened to his story and was just like a supportive parent. I wish for no child to experience this.
Amazing! Suddenly, Paimon feels so relaxed and Maybe even happy?
I thought I had found the perfect host, but you found the one weakness in his emotional armor.
Ah! He's back again!
Freeing a single host from my clutches changes nothing! You cannot stop me! I told you you are too late!
Okay, the area has changed, obviously. I wonder if we have traversed two different layers of the nightmare.
What is this place?
I can't believe it. He's brought us to the borderland.
Borderland?
To put it simply, it's a dream within a dream. A space hidden deep within the collective Inazuman subconscious. A dream that can exist even without a host.
That's some crazy lore, actually. Basically, it's the center of all dreams with no host at all. That pretty much messed up my brain. That is some brain mushy stuff, like, what the freak?
This must be how that monster managed to survive the extinction of his kind. He hid here.
Such a sly yokai.
Mizuki, that eye.
He's trying to turn this place into a nightmare so he'll be more at home. And he's creating copies of himself. This place is connected to the dreams of every human in the nation. From here, he can place a copy of himself in every dream. If he succeeds, then he'll have effectively revived his kind already.
Then we know what we need to do. We gotta take this guy down. Do we think a sword will do the job?
Maybe, if we can get close enough to reach his core. But he's brought the nightmares of all his victims here, and that gives him an immense amount of power. Dealing with this many in one go is going to take a different approach. We need a power to rival his nightmares. The power of sweet dreams.
Just like us, that's why he burned himself.
Sweet dreams? Where are we gonna find those?
Lost minds. There should be some around here, and some of them will have come from sweet dreams originally. Come on, follow me. Careful. We've got to move quietly. The nightmare monster has usurped control here. We need to stay out of his sight.
This is actually so creepy. A big eye staring into her soul, piercing through us. Oh, like, this is like general motive in Genshin, I think.
Chasing tanuki through the woods, and climbing trees to hunt for Onikabuto. Thank you for lending us your happiness.
Nah, that's just super creepy. The gaze is upon you.
Time to relax. Watching fireworks fly up into the sky and writing wishes on a prayer plaque. Thank you for sharing your passion. All right, we've gathered enough power to proceed. Time to... The core should be just up ahead. This will be a tough fight.
Why? Are these sweet dreams not sweet enough?
I just wish we could have gathered some more. But these are all we could find in the immediate vicinity. Which means we're running out of time. Our chances of success are shrinking by the minute. We have to act now.
No problem. We're ready to go.
The eye itself is very gloomy, like especially when it moves, it tracks your every step. Kind of how Teyvat works when you're from Teyvat.
the alacrity with which you walk into my trap surprises me. Do you not realize why I lured you here? Because this is my domain, the world where I rule.
Not yet it isn't. Now, use the power of the good dreams.
I think you will find it to be quite ineffective against the power of my nightmares. I must confess, I am somewhat confused. Both of us bring happiness to humans now. Why must you still treat me as your enemy?
Because the happiness you provide is a lie. All you do is make them forget their negative emotions exist. And now they're living under the illusion that they're gone for good. All the while, these repressed feelings continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually becoming nightmares intense enough to become your home.
Exactly, it's like pushing something into a box with sheer force.
Your kind has always thrived by magnifying your host's negative emotions for your own gain. What you're doing now is no different from what you've always done.
Incorrect. This time, I shall change the fate of my entire kind. When a human becomes dominated by their negative emotions, they lose their ability to survive. That is how my kin died out. But I can give them a fantasy instead, turning them into the perfect hosts, capable of surviving no matter how dire the situation in their subconscious gets. This is the path to a revival. My kin shall rise again!
You do realize what that means, don't you? You've gone from one extreme to the other.
Oh, I'm perfectly aware. There is nothing you can say that I do not already know. For over all the years that your kind has been learning about the human mind, I have been hiding here, watching and learning from the fruits of your labor.
Damn you, Kuroyume. He took so advantage of Emura.
But I'm afraid I could not care less for the moral burdens that you impose upon yourselves. The health of the human psyche is of precisely zero interest to me. Now here is a question well worth thinking about. If we allowed the humans themselves to decide, which of us would they really choose? You or me? Do you see now? I won this battle long before you ever set foot inside this tree.
What's going on?
He's growing stronger, but we've exhausted the power of the sweet dreams already. Even if we could find more sweet dreams now, it still wouldn't be enough.
If you accept that negative emotions are an immutable presence in the human mind, then you must also know that such emotions include apathy and sloth. Without the Yumeki Baku there to hold their hand and walk them through dream regulation therapy, do you honestly think that anyone would ever be inclined to embrace their negative emotions?
Her Mitsuki is overwhelmed, and I hope we can help her out, giving her a special case.
No, they would sooner run from reality to forget all about their troubles and live inside an illusion.
But the whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist.
Just to help humans. Mitsuki!
Traveler. These feelings. So that's how they should taste.
This is so beautiful. Her sweet dream is so vibrant and full of color.
Longing. Caused by separation. So bitter. And yet the experience led to a whole new journey for you. If you keep pressing on, maybe even more precious memories await. Despair. Caused by failure. Icy cold. And yet in conquering this despair, you gained the courage to face the lightning.
This is the moment where she understood our psyche.
Regret. Caused by missed opportunity. A harsh aftertaste. And yet it's only through that loss that we can learn to appreciate everything we have. And after all these flavors comes sweetness, passion, and refreshed hope. So that's why I was able to taste a sweet dream at our first meeting. Long before you ever met me. You'd already gained the courage to never avoid or run away from your feelings. And all your nightmares had become the fuel for sweeter dreams. The power that you have gained by processing everything from your long journey is surely far stronger than any power wielded by that creature. The whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist was to try and help people become someone like you.
It's you!
Your dream is so powerful!
Traveler, give him all you've got!
Impossible! With just one person's dream? But how? I have been planning this for so long!
Once the false dream he created has been destroyed, I can make sure all his victims make a full recovery. I don't think I ever would have been able to do this without your help.
Don't mention it!
You shall join my ancestors in death! You and my failure of a host!
What? He's still not dead? Wait, does anyone else hear water? Where is that coming from?
Maybe he made his host build some kind of device in the underwater cave. Once he realized we were onto him, he decided to sacrifice his host.
So you mean we're in danger in the real world too?
We've got to wake up.
But how? Like, pinch ourselves?
This should be high enough. Traveler, Paimon, jump.
Huh?
If you're afraid, then just take my hand and close your eyes.
I assume I'm not allowed to open them again until you say so?
Yes, just like the last time.
Sadly, you can't hear my voice during the live reaction, but I tell you, I enjoyed this so much. It was so beautiful!
Hold on tight. The Yomeku Ibaku are getting to work.
Look at all these little buggers! It is so sweet! Also this giant Baku. And this blow kiss is so sweet. I need a Baku plush. What a beautiful moon.
Something on your mind again?
It's finally over. It's a good thing I had the foresight to ask them for help, or I'd be the one dying from indigestion tonight.
And yet again, we have avoided another crisis. My good dreams help, right?
Mm-hmm. They were very delicious. Traveler, could I pick your brain with another question? What do you think humans tend to have more of? Happy dreams or bad ones?
In reality, they obviously have more bad dreams, but sometimes I hope happy ones or good ones.
If only that were true.
Definitely as expected.
Most people struggle to deal with their negative emotions. They bottle them up inside until they festered and turned into nightmares. As a result, humans have far more bad dreams than good ones, and most happy dreams are short and fleeting. They are so rare that it's basically impossible for them to be shared with others. Heck, there are even people out there who only have the mind space to have happy dreams after they've given us their bad ones. Which is all to say that the dreams we get to taste are usually bad ones. No matter how hard we try, we can't seem to change this state of affairs. I once believed the only reason we Yumeko Baku existed was to serve as a disposal method for nightmares. It's a fate that we cannot escape, no matter how many dreams we eat or how many years pass by. Even though I call myself a clinical psychologist, I also have dark thoughts sometimes. I suppose that's the only problem I have.
Human or not, that's natural.
Still, after learning the principles of psychology, I came up with a new way to look at all of this. If we can use psychotherapy to help people come to terms with their emotions, they'll gain the ability to deal with their nightmares on their own, so they'll no longer need to call upon us for assistance. That way, more and more people can free up their minds for truly happy dreams, until there'll be enough to share around.
That's the beautiful wish.
A naive one, more like. Even though I've run this business for quite a long time now, it still hasn't come true. Not even once.
I kind of want them to hold hands.
So I must thank you, because after meeting you, I finally became sure that my wish is achievable. And knowing that is all the treatment I need against the dark thoughts I sometimes have.
Gazing at the moon together is so pretty.
There you are! Paimon's been looking everywhere for you too!
I found it so cute how flustered Mitsuki was. I was also blushing.
Paimon was just watching the Baku eat the nightmares. They got really full and started rolling around on their tummies. It was so cute. Anyway, that's why Paimon fell behind. Got a little distracted watching them. Oh, and speaking of Baku, we were gonna book another appointment with you, weren't we? Remember? Before we got caught up in all those nightmare shenanigans?
It's a little late for that now. Ask me again tomorrow.
Oh.
Still, the night is young. Wanna stay here and watch the moon with me for a little longer?
Showering in the moonlight.
Huh?
And that is almost the end of the chapter. It was so beautiful, the quest. Oh my god.
The moon sure is beautiful tonight.
And I think this part is so interesting, since in Japanese mythology, saying the moon is beautiful tonight is equivalent to saying I love you. So yeah, it was so adorable. That's so cute. Beautiful quest. Yep, now you can hear my voice. That was such a bummer, but it is what it is. I'm gonna make the most of it. I hope you will enjoy my voiceover. Okay, we're going to have the afterword. Go to the Aisa bathhouse. This tree is treasure in my heart now. That was just beautiful. The view was beautiful. The moon was beautiful. It was really, really pretty. And Mitsuki, such an amazing character, really amazing character. She has such great qualities. She understands, as a yokai, she pretty well understands human emotions. I know she studied abroad, etc., but no. Even we humans fail to understand our emotions, although they are a part of us. They are what make us human. And I think it has a beautiful touch in it, doesn't it? I'm excited. I wonder if we're gonna see Ichiro.
Excuse me. Hello. Please come register over here.
Oh, look, these two patients. They're still thrilling. But they're feeling better now.
What's going on? Why are there so many guests? Had I known, I'd have definitely turned some of them back.
Oh, it looks like business is booming with Emura Ichigensai out of the picture. And it's good to see that Murasaki and Shion are well on the road to recovery.
I wonder if he's registered now as well. After all that happened. I mean, he had a rough past. This isn't an excuse or anything, what he had done to these people. But still, it was sad.
Morning, you two. Want to make an appointment?
Hello.
Yes, please. For today, if possible.
Then I better get you another VIP pass. You're our most important customers, after all.
Awesome! In that case, very important Paimon would like to start with the fine dining this time.
I would like to have a personal and, yeah, a personal therapy session.
Oh my. Imagine if you'd taken my advice and sold your shares the other day. It could have cost you dearly now that business is booming again. I hope you're not too upset with me, old friend.
Why would I be upset? It's not as if I ever took your suggestion seriously.
Oh, I've missed that way with words. So affectionate.
Would it kill you to not sneak up on people every darn time?
I just love the eye.
Morning, little ones. Did you enjoy the scenery last night?
What? You were spying on us?
Hardly. That tree was directly beneath the Grand Narukami Shrine. What was I supposed to do? Move the entire shrine to give you some privacy?
Is there a reason you're here, Lady Guji?
Mostly because I felt like a walk. But I do have a message from the Tenryo Commission to pass on as it happens.
Oh, I wonder what it will be.
The gentleman who your fellow Yumeku Ibaku fished out of the water last night is no longer in a critical condition. Although his mind seems to have regressed to that of a young child.
It could have been worse, I suppose. Lady Guji, I owe you my thanks. Without your help, things might have gone a lot less smoothly yesterday.
Oh? Oh? It wasn't me.
Come on, Miko. You've always been worse than me at keeping secrets. I admit that I feel inferior around you, and have an urge to prove myself. How could I not? But maybe these feelings are what have driven me to take this business as far as I have.
I think studying has not only helped her through for business reasons, but also personal reasons to understand herself better.
My sense of inferiority keeps my ego in check, and my desire to prove myself gives me the strength to persevere. I'm able to accept these parts of me for what they are. There's no need for you to tiptoe around them.
Oh, you could have told me sooner. The poor traveler here has been doing all my running around for me.
True. But then again, without the traveler's help, you'd have been placed in a difficult position.
True.
Emura Ichigensai had amassed a huge following. For the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine to publicly go against him would have been a dangerous move. An angry mob of zealots could have done some serious damage to the shrine's reputation. Much safer for the Guji not to get personally involved. It was the right decision.
While that's all true, my main concern was that I didn't want to upset an old friend. Otherwise, I could have taken a much more direct approach.
We shouldn't underestimate our Guji.
Miko.
I always seem to forget that you're more cunning and less adorable than you look. Seems like my worries about upsetting you were unfounded.
It's not that I don't get upset. Everyone has their fair share of troubles. But every sorrow has its cure. Here's your new VIP pass. Please take good care of it.
Aww. I was hoping that it would end with a therapy session.
Could we go over your past experiences when you have a moment? There's a lot of gaps in your medical history I need to fill in.
Oh?
Oh, hello, little one. It's been a while since you last came to seek your fortune at the shrine.
True that. True that. That was really beautiful.
Ugh, we've got to turn some of them back.
Where's Shion? There she is.
So sorry. I'm still registering the last customer.
Don't worry about that. Just make a sweet sound when you sit, like a hump sound. But yeah, that was really pretty. As I said before, if it weren't for Mitsuki being added to the standard banner, I might have pulled for her, actually. She's a really beautiful character, and I think this was really educational as well. Well, Mitsuki's story course was truly, oh my god. That was like the lightning. It's so beautiful right now. The atmosphere is fitting. But yeah, Mitsuki's story quest was truly beautiful, and like the way we found her digesting dreams in the moonlight by the sea, and the quest kind of ended with us gazing at the moon together. It was really beautiful. Like the story itself was really poignant. It was sad. It was really captivating as well. Like the message behind this is so important. It was really poetic. Really pretty. We have seen what happens when we try to erase our negative emotions negatively, and in doing so we basically we risk losing a vital part of that what makes us human beings. And Mitsuki's perspective was also beautifully conveyed, in my opinion. What we perceive as negative can also strengthen other qualities such as caution or care. What is actually crucial is to learn how to balance out our positive and negative emotions. And if we suppress our emotions, like especially negative ones, they will fester deep within our consciousness and eventually resurface and in our dreams, for example, since in a way our dreams kind of reflect our inner selves. I really felt bad for Irichu. I know his past doesn't excuse his sins, but it undeniably, well, shaped up his future, in my opinion. A child's upbringing is revealed in the person they become. And when a child's dreams are crushed just as they begin to sprout, it's like spoiling the soul before anything can grow, actually. And that was really terrible. It made me super sad. No child should have to experience that, but unfortunately society isn't that kind. Beyond that, the Inazuman lore was really fascinating. Like the center of all Inazuman dreams, or like the realm of dreams, Inazuma dreams, especially the Youkai, like the arch enemy of Mitsuki's race. I think, what was his name again? Kuroyume, like nightmare, dark dream. And that was quite interesting. He was cunning, like manipulating people to his advantage. But this reminds me again of how beautiful our traveler actually is. Every experience, maybe good or bad ones, has shaped them into the person they are now. And I think it's just beautiful. Apart from all that we have experienced, we're literally a person filled with sweet dreams. And I hope that Mitsuki has enjoyed the dream that she accidentally ate. She truly deserved it, and she's such a sweetheart. Although we haven't known Mitsuki for long, she has already grown on me dearly. She's a really sweet and beautiful character. She studied abroad just to understand humans' emotions better, and like other yokais, or like Bakus, specifically Bakus, who judge dreams as tasting good or bad, she actually experienced the full emotional roller coaster. Despite of the risk she willingly accepts it and does it from the bottom of the heart, and I think that's really sweet. That's all I had to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the story quest as well. I'm really sorry for the voiceover parts. I was kind of furious when I figured out that it wasn't a voice, or my voice was missing, but nevertheless, it was a really great experience. Let me know below the comment section what you think of this story quest, and did you pull for Mitsuki? If yes, I hope your pulls went well this time. I wish you sweet dreams, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye bye YouTube, bye bye.